Well, a pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome in to New Waverly Bulldog Baseball. District 23 3A resumes tonight, and a good one set for all of you. I'm Rob Hipp, and as always, thanks for being with us here on the Bulldog Broadcast Network. Set for a good one on a very windy Tuesday night here at Cold Spring High School. It's the Trojans, New Waverly on the road, looking to go 4-0 in district play. And we'll have your starting lineups here in just a few moments and more as boy, well, you know what? We're just going to dig right into this tonight a little bit early, too. Actually, 12 minutes early as this game is getting underway. I had a whole intro prepped for you. But New Waverly coming in 3-0 in district. They are top of the standings in convincing fashion, a team that has found rhythm right at the right time. And after a tough non-district stretch, they'll start here on a swing from Colin Conover, trying to beat this one out. He's not going to get there in time. And that is the first time that we've seen through 3 district games where when we have a runner down there not able to get on, and so Conover out quickly. And a good play there to start this ball game for the Coldspring-Oakhurst Trojans. Colin Conover, again, just batting moments ago, followed by Jace Card. He'll pitch tonight. The catcher, Max Tomczak. That's your 1, 2, and 3. In the heart of the order, it's the first baseman, Action Jackson Hathorn, followed by Daniel Nixon, and the right fielder, Jace Wells. Here's the next pitch on the way, and this one clipping the corner on the fastball for the strike to Jace Card. The count here is 0-1. Again, thanks for hanging out with us here tonight on SHN. Always a joy to bring you these games. Second pitch on the way. This one right over to third again. It is Hamilton with the throw, and once again another routine play. And 2 quick throws, ground outs over to third. And we are already 2 up and 2 down as we get this one started here tonight from Cold Spring. Let us know that you're out there. The Bulldog fan text line is open. We always love to hear from you. You can text us at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522-9105. And let us know that you're out there listening tonight. Again, we apologize for the early start. 12 minutes early, scheduled for 7. JV wrapping up pretty early, and they didn't want to wait any longer. So this one officially underway at 6:48 with the sun still sitting behind us. And here's the next pitch. This one swung on and fouled off the first baseline. It's Max Tomczak, the catcher. Max went 2 for 4 on Friday there versus Crockett. Had a couple of flyouts to start the game, and then got the stakes cooking back in the second. Remember, New Waverly has been batting around quite a bit. Here's one. This one also taking a hop right over to first and the unassisted tag. And how about that? It's a quick 3 up, 3 down right on the base, and that is how things will start for New Waverly. So not the start that they've had here in district play. And we get through the first half very quickly. We'll step aside, take a break, and we'll see Cold Spring at bat for the first time tonight. Stay with us. This is the Bulldog Broadcast Network here on SHN. Welcome back, friends. The last 3 games for New Waverly, nothing short of dominant. They had a 22-0 win over Trinity. It was a 16-1 win, and then an 18-0 road victory over Crockett. Those last 2 over at Crockett, controlling games from start to finish, but that is not the case so far here tonight at Cold Spring. The other side, the Coldspring-Oakhurst Trojans, they're at 1-2 in district play, 4-13 overall. But just like New Waverly, don't let a record like that fool you. This is a team with experience here on this team with the senior heavy lineup. They've shown flashes of what they can do offensively. We'll see them here in just a few moments. And this is a big opportunity for the Trojans. You're at home. You've got the district leader coming in, and a win here, not only getting you back to even in district play, but it can shake up standings in a hurry as we're still very early and young in this district play. For New Waverly, well, they've got to stay locked in tonight. When a team starts rolling like they have, it's very hard to get them to stop. And so far, Cold Spring coming out here early tonight and getting that quick stop. New Waverly trying to stay perfect in district play. Coldspring-Oakhurst, they're trying to protect home field and get right back into the mix. And that is how things are looking so far here tonight. And we will see. I'll set up your Cold Spring offense for you. Starting at bat, we'll go 1, 2, and 3. The shortstop, Ethan Hamilton, followed by third baseman Jordan Ash, and then batting third, the first baseman Wade Curry. The catcher Ash, in that heart of the order, 4, 5, and 6, Ash, and then center fielder McCall Hilton. The pitcher tonight, Braden Sherman. And then we'll go to the bottom, 7, 8, and 9. It's the left fielder James Clark, followed by right fielder Jacoby Johnson, and then the second baseman Case Tulos. So that is how things look on the offensive side for the Coldspring-Oakhurst Trojans. For New Waverly, Jace Card gets the start tonight. He's on the bump, I believe, for the first time here in district play. Max Tomzak, the catcher. Action Jackson over at first. Camden Allred at second. Third is Peyton Rayleigh. Shortstop, Colin Conover. And then from left to right out there for your New Waverly Bulldogs, it's Daniel Nixon, Otto Wineland, and Jace Wells. And so getting ready to lead off here for Cold Spring. I believe that's Ethan Hamilton from what I was given on it is. And so we'll see that first pitch in just a few moments. Card was out warming up a little bit earlier, getting his stretches in, a right-handed pitcher for this New Waverly team, and they are in their maroon stripes tonight, sharp uniforms, and for Coldspring-Oakhurst, they are in their white uniforms, the black stripes, the numbers in red, outlined in black. Got red also in black on the shoulders, the beautiful American flag right on top of the numbers on the back between the shoulders. First one is fouled on, Ethan Hamilton, and the early count here in Hamilton is 0-1. So I always say, love to hear from you. Go ahead and let us know you're out there tonight and where you're listening in from and who you're cheering on. Maybe you're from Cold Spring. Maybe you couldn't make it out here tonight and you found this stream. We'd love to hear from you. Here's one over to short. Conover, the throw over to first. Action Jackson, and New Waverly said we can do it too, and a grounder over to short. And it's a quick two-pitch, one out here for New Waverly's Jace Card. That'll take us to second in the order of the third baseman, number 10, Jordan Ash. Also a right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. A little low there from Card. The early count is 1-0. With the sunshine to his face, right-handed pitch. This one low, bounces off the triangle of the plate and into the backstop. 2 balls, no strikes on Jordan Ash. Quite a few folks already joining us on the YouTube stream. By the way, starting next week, we'll carry these games on Spirit 94.3 as well, not just with the video. Here's the fastball, and that one just out of the zone. It's a quick 3-0 here for Ash. So, again, starting next Friday, we're going to be off the air. Unfortunately, this Friday, we have Easter obligations. We're going to be heading to Georgetown, so I won't be able to cover the game, but we'll have coverage starting back. Here is one right up second, up center as it rolls. And that is a beautiful hit for Jordan Ash on a 3-0 count. Would have reached anyways if it would have been another ball. But he'll take the hit instead. And Ash is on first base. It'll bring up the first baseman, third in the order, Wade Curry. No outs, runner on, or 1 out, I beg your pardon, runner on first for Cold Spring. Left-handed batter Curry. Here's Card, here's the pitch. Swung on, right into the fence, right above our microphone. That's what I'm talking about. We'll bring Ty Stutler on here. Ty, what's going on, man? You doing okay tonight?
Yes, sir. It's a beautiful day for baseball out here. Not a cloud in the sky, just a little bit of wind coming from behind us.
It was quite a bit earlier. It's settled down nicely now. Card getting set. A little throw over to first to Action Jackson, just keeping that runner on his toes. Yeah, you placed that microphone there, and luckily, I thought for sure there's not going to be one coming over there tonight. And then, boy, that first swing and foul, a couple of chain links in front of it.
Yeah, during warm-up pitches, there was a stray ball that got away from Carr.
Here's the pitch over to second, and this one bobbled around, and the air is going to allow the runner to reach. I'm not going to give him a hit because, I'll tell you what, Aldridge should have been able to hop onto that one. I'm sure that someone would officially score that as a hit. But I'm going to put that one down in my book as an E4. Ash is now over to second. This will bring up the other Ash. Didn't have his first name. Could not find it on the roster, and I apologize. Asked a couple of folks, but they weren't able to confirm for us, so we were asking the wrong people, Ty.
Yes, sir.
And I said, well, we'll just wait for the announcer. There is no announcer. Ash having a quick discussion, and Coach Compton was having a discussion as he brought his infield in for New Waverly for a few moments, and we'll get back into the action here. On deck is McCall Hilton. Here's Ash, a right-handed batter for Cold Spring. They're looking good right now. Runners on 1 and 2, and just one out. Card keeping an eye on second. Here's the right-handed pitch. This one swung on as well. And another one up the middle. Actually over to second. That should bring in one, and it does. Jordan Ash will come in and score. But his brother, I'm assuming the brother's RBI, so the stakes are already cooking. Curry now over to second. And it is a quick 1-0 advantage. Cold Spring on their home field tonight. One away here in the bottom of the first. Brings up McCall Hilton. Here's the pitch. Fastball just outside of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Card still trying to settle in tonight and find that strike zone. Here's the next delivery. This time, the strike called. Good pitch from Jace Card. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. This one over to short. Would have been a hard one. Bounces, and we'll load up the bases at 1, 2, and 3. 3 hits, 4 in some people's scorebooks, 3 in mine. Curry over to third, Ash to second, Hilton over to first, and the bases are loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Cold Spring with the advantage early. Some adversity that New Waverly has not faced here in district play through the first 3 games. They have not faced a team like Cold Spring. No disrespect to Trinity or Crockett, but this is a different club. Here's the next one. This one will chop over to third. Would have been another hard one. The tag is over there. Or did they say no? He's safe. Wow. So a run will come in. That would have been a hard one. I'll give him a hit. Curry will come in to score. Ash over to third. Hilton to second. And 2 stakes now cooked on 2 RBIs for Cold Spring.
Yeah, you know, Rob, for a pitcher, this is as much as a mental game as is a physical one. He has to get out of his head right now, Rob.
He does, and just 1 away. Here's the next pitch. This one over to third. Reaching out, trying to make the throw over to first in time. Yes, that's going to score another run. But a good job from Conover as he stretched out to grab that one, threw it over to Hathorn. For the second out, but a run does come in. Ash will come in and score. Runners now on 2 and 3. Hilton over to third. Sherman over to second. And here's Jacoby Johnson. That one hit up to the bump, a little flip and dip, and that will finally retire the inning, but not before the damage is done. 3 runs, could have been more. 3 runs on the board. Those 3 runs coming on 4 hits. Some will mark 5. I'll call it 1 error and 2 left on base. We are through 1. Cold Spring strikes first. We'll take a break. We'll thank some of our sponsors here in a moment. Stay with us. It's New Waverly Bulldog Baseball live tonight on the Bulldog Broadcast Network. Welcome back at it, friends. Coverage for tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. The Oak Ridge Disciple House, a 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry, helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel. That light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. You can find out more information online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. A big thank you to Joshua Harris and the men at Oak Ridge. Joshua, 20 years sober. He has helped Nearly 120 men with over an 80% success rate through what he does. They have room for 11 men on 50 acres of property. They've been doing it for a long time. And I know that someone out there always knows somebody that's battling that. Joshua can help them through it in relationship with Jesus Christ. And by the way, Oak Ridge has sponsored every single New Waverly broadcast that we have ever done over these last 3 years. So thank you to Joshua Harris and the great disciples over at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Warm-up pitch is underway here for Sherman. Sherman had a nice go of it against New Waverly to start this ball game. It was a 1-2-3 kind of inning. We'll go 4, 5, and 6. It's action Jackson Hathorn, followed by Daniel Nixon and Jace Wells. The order changing up a little bit tonight as Otto Wineland had that 5 spot on Friday. Nixon will move into that. He was batting 8th on Friday night. Again, let us know that you're out there. We'd love to hear from you tonight. Bulldog fan text line is open, 512-522-9105. Press box starting to put a little shade on the field. Here's the pitch. In the zone for the strike as Hathorn looked at it come across. The early count here is 0-1. A little bit of wind starting to pick back up. It was very strong earlier. Here's the 0-1. This one low in the dirt to even us up at 1-1. A little bit different start tonight, Ty, for these New Waverly Bulldogs.
Yeah, Rob, whenever you go into a game like this, you just have to get out of your own head after, coming down on a first inning.
Here's one with a little bit of wind getting under to the left fielder. Is going to hand it off to his center fielder. That's a routine grab out there by McCall Hilton. So 4 in a row retired by Sherman.
Whenever you get in slumps like this, Rob, you just have to get back to the basics. Put the barrel on the ball, get it in play. Hopefully it finds a gap.
One away here. We'll go 5th in the order, the left fielder, Daniel Nixon for New Waverly. The maroon and white looking for some life here. Trailing 3-0 here in the top of the second. We're through one away, nobody on. Sherman with the sunshine to his face. This one up on the hill, and Nixon will beat this one out. And so after 4 retired on the second pitch, Nixon able to get a hit. And that's the first hit of the night for these New Waverly Bulldogs. I think I interviewed Nixon, our first interviews that we did with these young men.
Rob, scouting report on this pitcher is a very flat fastball, and he does very well pairing it with that curveball. We'll be able to see what he's able to do in this next inning.
He has been great so far, but gave up a hit there after retiring 4 in a row. Here's Jace Wells, the right fielder for New Waverly. Here's the pitch. With the shade across the field, we've got a few clouds moving across the sunshine now, creating some shade out there on this beautiful ballpark here in Cold Spring. And that pitch was a ball. It's 1-0 count to Wells. Shout out to East Andrade watching. Here's the pitch. This one swung on foul.
Heads up to all the fans.
Little heads up, 7-up there. 1-1. I still call him Coach. Coach Drade joining us tonight. So Coach, good to hear. Once a coach, always a coach. That's like Bobby Williams at Sam Houston when I was broadcasting for Sam. I never called him Bobby. A lot of people called him, I always called him Coach Williams. Count here at 1-1. As the sun's starting to trickle back onto the bump, here's a little toss over to first as Sherman keeping an eye over there. Toss to Curry, and the base runner is safe. I'll update the scoreboard there for you. Nixon remains over at first.
Showing bunt route. Oh, pulls back on it. High.
This pitch high to the inside. Good eye for the ball. It's 2-1. Nixon getting a little bit of a lead off when he has a moment. Saw him step about 6 or 7 feet off that bag at first. Sherman looks over his left shoulder, set to deliver. Pulled back on the bunt. Here's a swing. Tip. Been fouled into the backstop. That'll even us up at 2-2 on Wells. Appreciate Nate hanging out with us tonight, too, coming out and helping us set up. I'm telling you, man, this broadcasting stuff has changed a lot since 2012. We were doing audio only and did it for many years back in the Central Texas area. At one point, we had 13 crews running games, and it was a lot of fun, but the internet was always hit or miss. And over the past year, we have seen such an advancement in satellite internet technology thanks to the brain of Elon Musk. 9,000 satellites with another 21 scheduled to go up into space. And it has created an environment to where we don't have to worry about data anymore. It's unbelievable, the technology that we have now. The 2-2 about to come here. Here's the pitch. That one into the base. The runner will advance and still over to second. Nixon with the fast run, and the count full now on Wells, 3-2. Hey, speaking of this, I just wanted to stay on this topic for a moment. Not many people care about this, but tomorrow around 5:30 tomorrow, the Orion spacecraft is heading to the moon with 4 astronauts aboard. They will not land on the moon. They're going to be about 5,000 to 6,000 miles away from the surface. So if you hold out a basketball, that's what it'll look like. For the first time in 50 years, though. Here's the next one. Looked at it on the payoff, and he'll reach on a walk. So runners now at 1-2 with 1 away for New Waverly. But think about that, Ty. You know, my whole life I've been waiting for us to go back to the moon, and here we are. We're going to have 4 astronauts circling the moon in the next 3 days, if everything goes well, down at Kennedy Space Center. And we will be back on the moon. The plan is by as early as 2028, possibly 2030. That's got to be exciting for a young man like you too, man.
Yes, sir, Rob. It is. You always hear about, people who are my parents' age personally, always talk about how cool it was to watch those astronauts up there and hear about all that news.
Pull back on the body. Here's another stolen base attempt. Sliding, diving. He's going to come home. It got away from him. New Waverly going to try to they're going to wave him back. The umpire has walked out there. New Waverly has came in, but the umpire is going to call interference. I think that run will remain. We'll see. Just heard Coach Compton out there. And we'll see if we can pick up some of this.
That's all right. It's okay.
Always good to hear what the parents think.
I was trying to follow the umpire, and I was looked the other way. So is that run going to count, Ty? I mean, they called interference. So that should put him back. No, he's going to have to come back. So that'll put the runners on 1 and 2. The one mark on the board is going to come off. And I think that they're going to, they need to get this sorted out quick. I mean, even the New Waverly players don't know what's good. Now they're going to move them back to 1 and 2 because of the interference. Coach Compton obviously not happy with this. I didn't see much down there. Coach Howe's clapping his hand, and so the run will come off the board for New Waverly. And the base runners will head back to 1 and 2. So no stolen base, no coming in home. And the ump is going to say first and second here. Good night. They got this thing crookeder than my teeth before braces, Ty. All right, they're going to go ahead and let them go to 2 and 3. It was a double steal. You know what I love about Coach Compton? You got a coach down there that knows the game very well. I mean, you're a coach, you should, but he knows it very well. And he is down there battling for his young men. And so they're going to go ahead and let him sit on 2 and 3. It was a double steal. They just the interference was coming home, and so that's why they sent him back. And Coach Compton, I'm glad that he had that extended discussion. So the runner's on 2 and 3 for New Waverly. Now we can get this thing going. Here's Otto Wineland. After all that, here we go, 7th in the order.
And that dugout has not missed a beat yet, Rob. Always keeping that momentum going.
This one gets away on a wild pitch. Run will come in and score. So that will score one. Nixon coming in after the double steal, and Nixon will come in and score on a wild pitch. That interference, by the way, does make it 2 away. And Wineland here, 1-0. Here's the next pitch. Off speed and a great eye, as that one was just out of the zone on Wineland to take us 2-0. Yeah, like Easton was saying, Coach Drawdy joined saying Coach Comp was an umpire for 5+ seasons before coaching, so he knows. Here's a swing. This one foul, as it will go way over the press box and bounces on the fence of the football stadium behind us. Coach Compton had stints before coming to New Waverly for Brenham, a great team when I was living in Georgetown, where I grew up, calling Georgetown baseball. Brenham was there and spending time at LaGrange for a year as well. Here's another one, hard hit, this one way up into the air. And the shortstop making the easy grab out there was Hamilton. So a little pop-up over there to short for the third out. The interference gets the second out. But New Waverly managing to find that one run coming on a wild pitch, that one run coming on one hit, no errors, and 2 left on. Friends, we are through 1.5. Bottom of the second coming up, and we'll thank some more sponsors here in 30. Stay with us. It's New Waverly Bulldog Baseball live tonight in Cold Spring, Texas on the Bulldog Broadcast Network. Back, friends, to New Waverly Bulldog Baseball, about to get underway here in the bottom of the second. Wanted to take a quick moment and thank those who are helping to make this coverage possible here tonight. And I would like to thank Give God Glory G3 Baseball. As the first one in here is a strike. By the way, Case Tulos to start things, 0-1. G3 Give God Glory Baseball, a youth baseball organization in Huntsville. Started in 2022 by local families who wanted a team that always puts glorifying God first and how the players compete in practice. Here's the next pitch, foul. It's 1-2, by the way. 8U, 10U, 12U, all the way up to 16U. They play in local leagues, regional tournaments, even statewide and out-of-state tournaments, and focus on developing baseball skills, character, teamwork, and faith. If you want to see more about what they're doing and find out how you can get involved, summer about to get started. It's spring, but summer's on the way. Just search for G3 Give God Glory Baseball on Facebook. You can find their official page, photos, updates, and schedule information. Again, the count here is at 1-2 on Tulos. Shaded now all the way center down second base. Right on the bump, the shade is there, and the sun starting to go away from the field. Here's the next pitch. This one over to third. The quick throw to Jackson is on the way and good for the first out. Routine play as Raley was over there, and a nice throw from Raley to Hathorn on the grounder to the third. Well, Ty, they're starting to find the rhythm now. I don't want to speak it in too quick, but now 3 in a row retired here by Jace Card. You said earlier, and I was talking about, just had to settle in. We'll see how he does as we go back to the top.
You know, once you get a few strikes there into the, box, just start feeling good. Is this one swung on?
Yeah, that's going to be a hit, though, out there at right center. And a single for Ethan Hamilton. He'll go 1 for 2 now. He did ground one over to short for the first out, but this time over to right center. So, see, I shouldn't have said anything. Cold Spring fans want me to keep talking. One away and a runner on first for Coldspring-Oakhurst. Also want to thank my friend Robert Lindeman from Hits Solutions. Player development. Robert has been involved in helping to develop many players in the New Waverly area, baseball. And he's been doing it for quite a long time, helping to instruct the stars to shine. That is what HITS stands for. You can find out more information online at HITTSS.com. Their mission, to help others be successful. Thank you, Robert Lindeman and HITS Solutions. Tattoo shop opening up as Ash took one to the back. And now runners on 1 and 2. Now it's Wade Curry. He is 0 for, aired, reached on the air, then eventually came around and scored on the Ash RBI back in the first. 3-1. Trojans with the lead. Right-handed pitching to the left-handed batting of Curry. With runners on 1 and 2 for the Trojans. Card set to deliver. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 on Curry. Here's the next pitch. Right in the zone on the off speed. How about that? 0-2. Beautiful pitch there, Ty.
You know, Jace Carr has mastered this about the game, getting into the mental side, getting into the batter's head, shaking off that many pitches in the first at bat, then going right into it in the second pitch.
Now the 0-2. This one swung on and caught in foul territory. That was foul off the third base line, and a great job, Daniel Nixon making the run. The shift was over to the right. He had to chase that one down for the second out in foul territory. That'll bring up Jacob Ash. I heard someone say Jacob, so there you go, Ty. we thought it was either one of those, right? So here's Jacob Ash. You guessed it. You're the winner for today, Ty. Fastball across the zone for the strike. It's 0-1. Jace Card trying to get out of this inning. 2 on right now. It's a 3-1 lead for the Trojans. 2 away here in the second. The next one, as he looked at it coming across for a strike. 0-2.
Something else that Jace Carr does really well that I'm noticing is he has this little hesitation that he adds whenever he goes for his step. Just enough to throw the batter off.
Take several looks. Jace Card doing a great job out there. You know, balk is called quite a bit, and he understands that rule very well. It's called a lot in high school ball now. We've seen a lot here in 23-3. Here's one that's fouled. I'll take a jump over there and over the sand pit, across the field, and the grandmother's house it goes. Continues here for Jacob Ash, keeping this bat alive. Runners on 1 and 2. Card trying to finish him. Here's the pitch. Runner will take off over to third and a stolen base, and now you got runners on the hot corners at 1 and 3. First ball, by the way, 1 and 2. That's Hamilton over at third. Jordan Ash remains over at first. Jacob at 1 and 2. Jacob Ash, the right-handed batter, steps out for just a moment. It's Max Tomzak giving a little signal over here to Jace Card. They're talking to each other about what they want to eat tonight. Hamburger. No, hot dog. Hamburger or hot dog? Hill country or the Gulf Coast? Hi, I'm Nolan Ryan. Someone knows what that is. I'll give them something. Here's 1-2. Got him! Looking at it, the heater across the plate, and that will do it. Beautiful job by Jay Scard.
You know, Rob, I've heard it online before, and it's just looking.
Just looking. Yeah, well, there you go. And he was just looking at that. So no runs, just one hit, no errors, and 2 left on for Coldspring-Oakhurst. Friends, we are through 2. Things moving along as we'll go to the top of the 3rd when we come back. Stay with us. It's Bulldog Baseball on SHN. Welcome back, friends. Rob Hipp alongside Ty Stutler. Ty doing a little double duty helping run the camera tonight. I want to thank some more of our great supporters for helping to make this broadcast possible. How about Matzah's Tactical Supply? They're in New Waverly, locally owned outdoor sporting goods and firearms store. They got everything you need to serve your families across Walker County. It's whether you enjoy hunting, spending time outdoors, or looking for products designed to help keep you and your family and your home safe. Their team is committed to knowledgeable service and quality equipment. It's Matzah's Tactical Supply, proudly supporting the local community in New Waverly. You can learn more about their products and store information online at matzahstacticalsupply.com. Again, welcome back. Let us know you're out there. The Bulldog fan text line is open. Coach Strati messaging in earlier through the YouTube comments. You can comment there too, but you can also text us at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is always open at 512-522-9105. We'll get back at it for New Waverly here in the 3rd, and we'll go 8-9-1. See Camden Allred for the first time here tonight. Allred came in to bat and was 1 for 1 in that victory versus Crockett for New Waverly on Friday night. Did not score, and he came in to bat for Colin Conover as we switched things up. It was a runaway game. The first 3 have been, but a lot better here tonight if you like these. Here's one hit, foul. It'll bounce in the dirt as well and over into the fence behind the football stadium. Early count here on New Waverly's Allred 0-1. Top of the 3rd we are. New Waverly trails 3-1. Cold Spring at the advantage. Here's the pitch. Right in the dirt in front of the plate. Bounces into the glove of Jacob Ash. And a quick 1-ball, 1 strike. Some little ball just rolled out there. Here's the 1-1. This one hard hit over to center. We'll see if they can chase this one down. Should be able to, and it is. And a pretty routine, easy grab out there for McCall Hilton. Made the contact, but Hilton was there. Lined it right into his glove for the first out. Take us to the bottom of the order. It's third baseman Peyton Raley. Just outside the zone for a ball. Raley 1 for 1 on Friday. Reached on a walk left stranded. He had an RBI single back in that same inning, then came around and eventually scored. Here's a strike, 1-1. One out, nobody on for New Waverly. And put up 1 mark. Daniel Nixon had a hit. He came around and scored. Next one just outside the zone, 2-1. Here's the next pitch. So it's swung on to third, the throw to first. Great job out there on the field work, by the way, by Hamilton. Give that young man credit. Thought it was over to, yeah, it was to third. So that wasn't Hamilton, it was Ash who shifted over. So beautiful field work out there by Jordan Ash. For the second out, take us back to the top of the order. It's Colin Conover. Throw from short to first. He grounded one to short for the first out. Taking a little bit of time here as he steps out. Jacob Ash having a quick chat with Sherman as well. What is it, Ty?
Hit by pitch.
Oh, I was looking down. Conover's over there. Thank you. Tattoo shop was open. That's what I need you for, Ty. I'm zone out sometimes. Hot dog hit me a while ago. So runner on first is Conover. We'll go to Jace. Well, it's Max Tomzak. Where's Conover? Dude, I'm all out of sort. What happened? I thought Raley was up. And then it was Conover, right? That was Card who got hit by the pitch. And somehow we're 2 away. I must have missed something. I have no idea, Ty, what I'm doing right now.
Pitch here in the dirt. Steal second.
Yeah, Card over second. I don't know what's going on. Didn't Allred lead off this inning? I thought we went 8, 9, and 1. I have no idea. Regardless, 2 outs. Stolen base over to second is Card. Don't follow me,
Card
folks.
stealing third.
Yeah, he's on his way and
gets it.
Yeah, he's there in time. What a stolen base. Back-to-back stolen bases. It's one thing about Jace Card, boy, he can run. Tomzak at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Dare I take the easy joke and say Card got gas?
Yes. Tomzak, left-handed batter from the pitching of Sherman. Here's the pitch. Oh, this one is a hard hit over to right center. It'll drop. That's going to score 1, and he should stand up for a double. He's on his way, and it is a stand-up. RBI double for New Waverly, and they pull to within 1. How about that for the Bulldogs as Card comes in and scores?
Jay scoring, making this a 3-2 game in the 3rd inning, 2 outs. They're going to have a pinch runner come in for him.
I think it's my buddy Twiderski out there. Is that who that is? Trevor comes in for him a lot. Just trying to see the number on him. Yeah, that's Trevor Twiderski out there running for Tomzak. Hathorn. Here's Action Jackson. The pitch on the way. This one way foul. I may bounce. Well, that's going to go away from the bus. Ooh. Oh. Was that my truck? No. Thank goodness. Somebody's. Ugh.
Someone is not going to be happy on the way home.
Just be careful if you see a guy running with a suit and tie. It's probably an insurance salesman. It's 0-1 here on Action Jackson. Pretty good idea, just run out there.
I have one on handy.
Here we go. Here's the pitch on the way. Here's Hathorn again over to left.
That one up.
Let's see if this one. And that one's going to drop. And that'll score 1, and he'll stand up. So how about that, tying it up? So Hathorn with a nice RBI double over there. How about that? Good hit there, Ty. So that scores another, and we are tied up here, 3-3 now. How about that? This one in for a strike. It's Daniel Nixon, 0-1. 2 away. Here's the next pitch. Runner taken off. Here's the pitch. This one goes and hit foul, and the runner will have to head back. You can hear that New Waverly. They're starting to have some fun down there, Ty. See, this is why I want you to go down there with that microphone in a few games, man. Ty, with our football season a few years ago, he was down there on the field after doing camera work for. He became part of the team, man. You're down there patting him on the back, high-fiving him. A lot of fun, right?
Can't wait for next season to start up.
Count here at 0-2 on Nixon. Runner remains on second. Here's the pitch. This one right up center, and probably won't be able to beat this one out. He does not. But how about it for New Waverly? A nice little routine play. And that will do it, but not before the damage was done. For New Waverly, picking up those 2 runs to tie us back up. 2 runs coming on 2 hits. There was no error and 1 left on base. Friends, we are tied 3 apiece. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Stay with us. New Waverly Bulldog Baseball on SHN. All right, back at it here on SHN. Thanks for hanging out with us for New Waverly Bulldog Baseball. Hey, real quick, do another shout-out to our friend Jared Hathorn from Texas Signature Roofing, helping to make our coverage possible tonight. When it comes to protecting your home, trust matters, and that's why homeowners across our area choose Texas Signature Roofing. They're locally owned and operated. Texas Signature Roofing specializes in insurance restoration, helping take the stress off your shoulders when dealing with storm damage and claims. Your roof is your home's first line of defense, and their team will walk you through every option to find the right solution for your need. It's a commitment 100% to customer satisfaction. You can find out more online at texassignatureroofing.com. We'll go 5, 6, and 7. McCall Hilton here, the early one, a ball. Here's the next pitch. Boy, it's weird, Ty, from our angle over here because it's hard to see if that ball's getting in the zone.
I noticed the same thing. You're kind of lined up right along with that plate, so if it's off a little bit, it's hard to tell.
Counted 2-0 here on McCall Hilton. He's 1 for 1, singled, and then left stranded back at 3rd in the 1st. Here's the pitch. Ooh, little shave pitch right there. Had to turn his head a little bit. 3-0. Chase Card settling in moments. Here's the next pitch. This time, fastball as he looked at it right across the plate for the strike. It's 3-1.
Let's see if he can bring this to a full count.
Here's the pitch. This one fouled. The at-bat will stay alive. Ooh. Some children over there playing in the sand. They're not even aware. That will take us to a full count now. The 3-2 coming up here for Braden Sherman. We are tied 3 apiece, bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled again. Card set to deliver. Here's the next pitch. This one swung on, another one foul. And that one will just drop. That tight space in between the backstop and the box right there. I mean, there's what, Ty, would you say maybe 4 or 5 feet in between separation from there?
At most.
And it just slithered right through there. Count will remain 3-2. Here's the next pitch. Swung on. This one should be a hit right up center, and it is. So how about that on a 3-2? And a great job by McCall Hilton. Took a while to get there, but a leadoff single to start things here in the bottom of the third. Last year, New Waverly goes 9-2 in district. They get a few rounds deep in the playoffs. And you can't really say a whole lot when you look back at previous matchups. They won their first game against Coldspring-Oakhurst 10-3, and then lost it here at this field 10-9. That was back on April the 4th of last year. Right now we're tied 3 apiece. Braden Sherman, here's the pitch to him. Low, Tom Zach getting behind it, the count at 1-0.
One thing that Jace Carr has been doing really well today is just getting into the tempo and getting into the head of the hitters using his own tempo.
We'll throw over to first. Boy, they may get him here. He's going to get trapped. And the tag got him. How about that? Leading off too much, and that's Jace Card. You just mentioned the eye of that young man. Recognized it, threw it over very fast to Action Jackson, and then Jackson throwing it over to his second baseman, and he tagged him out. So now the base paths are cleared. How about that?
All right, we got one.
So a little 1-3-2 action for the first out. This one over to third. Raley, the throw to first. Easy bake oven does it for the second out. All right. We'll see, you get him out, and then all of a sudden, some little rhythm here, Ty. 2 away. And now we'll go to 7th in the order, the left fielder, James Clark.
And you know where the rhythm all starts is it starts at the dugout. And that's something that this team has done very well, is keeping the momentum up, even whenever times look dark.
Here's the pitch. Swung on late, swung around and missed, 0-1. Yeah, just the energy from this Bulldog dugout all season has been phenomenal. The guys have all been up. Nobody's really sitting around. They're all in the game. They're all having a good time. Here's the next pitch. That one in the zone. A nice little off speed for the strike as he looked at it coming across 0-2. And a chance here to get him out. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and over the third baseman's head. No opportunity for Raley. And that is a 2-out base hit for James Clark. 2-out single. Brings up 8th in the order, Jacoby Johnson. He's 0-for-1. He grounded one up to the bump back in the second, or back in the first for the third and final out. Card looks down twice with a throw over to first. This time, you know, they're playing a little bit smarter over there at first after what happened a few moments ago. Ooh, that one smacked right into the chain link backstop. Here's the pitch. This one chopped over to third, takes a drop, the throw. Oh, that would have been a tie. It was just over. Boy, that's an error there on Raley. He threw it away from him. That's going to score a run and breaks this 3-run tie. Tough break. Clark will come all the way around and score. Johnson on the E5. He's going to advance over to second. 4-3. Those are the ones that will deflate you.
You know, Rob, it's important for a team here to kind of get together, kind of clear the air. A mistake was made. It's important for them to notice that and adjust.
Hathorn not happy out there at first. Warrior for this team and very competitive young man, good young man too. Here's the pitch, placing the bunt. Strike called on Tulos, 0-1. He is 0 for 1 today, grounded one over to third for the first out back in the second. Two away, 0-1. Cold Spring regains the lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's why you wear the helmet. Still probably don't feel good. Good night. Tattoo shop opening back up again. And now Cold Spring with runners on 1 and 2. Just trying to see, hello, is anybody home? Knock, knock. You have to wonder, too, somewhere along the line something happened and they said, we better start wearing helmets. Didn't start that way.
You know, that started with Babe Ruth. That's why he hit so many home runs. Stopped thinking and just started swinging.
Yeah. It's back to the top here. Ethan Hamilton, by the way, 4-3 Cold Spring with the advantage. Here's the pitch. Off speed in the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Again, runners on 1 and 2. Moon is out tonight. Beautiful night here in East Texas for high school baseball. Here's the next pitch. This one swung on, fouled. That one will take a drop just over by the concessions. Take us to 0-2. Here's the next delivery. Looked at it for the third and final out, but more damage done. Cold Spring breaks the tie. They get that 1 run coming in on an error out there at third. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on. It's 4-3. Trojans over New Waverly. Top of the 4th coming up when we come back. Stay with us. More to come on SHN. Welcome back at it, friends. Wanted to give a shout out to Eric Laythorpe and Howell Wright. They are the umpires for the game here tonight. They are out of Tasso Beaumont, doing a great job. Appreciate these guys for making their way from the Beaumont region to be here tonight to help call this game. Not an easy job, and I always give those guys a lot of respect. They don't do it for the money. Obviously, they do it for the love of the game. And so, again, big shout out to both the guys here tonight over at first and also the home plate umpire. I think that the home plate umpire is Eric Laythorpe. Had a chance to talk to him before the game a little bit earlier tonight. So, again, thank you to our friends over at Tasso Beaumont for being the ones in charge of making sure this one flows here tonight. Hey, I want to give a shout out as well to My Community Mortgage. Karen Hibner, her son Jace Wells. Her email is Karen@mychomeloans.com. That's the letter C, homeloans.com. We'll get more information as the season goes along, but if you're looking for a mortgage, give Karen a call. She'll take great care of you, her and her team. They know the ins and outs of mortgages and what you can do to get into homes, especially first-time home buyers. A lot of incentives, a lot of great things going on for first-time home buyers right now, especially young people. I bought my first home at 20. I was really blessed with an opportunity. I had a friend looking out for me. I was paying more for an apartment. She said, you ought to buy a house. It was the best decision that I ever made. Karen can help you make that decision as well. Email her, Karen@homeloans.com. And here is a line right over to short to get things rolling for New Waverly. And a tough break there. It was Jace Wells, who we were just talking about, his mom, Karen. The line over too short for the first out. Jace Ofer reached on a walk on a payoff. Left stranded after the stolen base over at second, back in the second. Take a seventh in the order. Start the bottom of the order here. The center fielder, Otto Wineland. Here's the pitch. Ooh. Good night. He got hit right there on the wrist. Did you see that? I mean, there was just like a little piece of, because he grabbed it. Did you see that? Oh, Coach Howell's over there taking a look at him. I mean, that thing nicked his wrist. Thankfully, it didn't smack him too hard. Tattoo shop, open him back up. You'll get on any way you can. That's all that matters. Just get on the base. Top of the fourth. New Waverly trails 4-3. No outs. Runner on first. As Otto Wineland will go down here to Camden Allred. Sherman with the delivery. Places the bunt. It's a good place. That'll at least advance his runner over. Give him credit. That's what he was to do. He did exactly what he should have done. And so the sack bunt will move Wineland over to second. That's how you draw those up. Take us down to the bottom of the order, Peyton Raley. You hear him over there. Listen to this. I love it. You're down by one. You got a runner over there at second in scoring position, one away. And as you said earlier, it's that dugout that keeps you going.
Yes, sir, Rob. It all begins there, right before you go out. Team gives you a little bit of a hype while you're in the up next. They're going to try to pick him off twice here.
Yeah, he ain't buying it. Too close to the inside. Raley watches it come across as a ball. It's 1-0. Hey, want to give a shout out as well to the Millers watching from Spring, Texas. Appreciate the Miller family. Tyler Fordyce joining us too. Tyler gives me a hard time. He calls me the tech guy. Tyler, good to hear you, man. We're not two away. We're one out, right? We are
out.
two. Yeah, you're right. In the sack bunt. Oh, Robbie getting them wrong again. Here's one getting away. That should. Oh, you're going to have to go quick. Dive. Oh, look at that dive, baby. Wow.
Putting your body on the line for this team, Rob.
How about that for Wineland out there at the stolen bait? He looked like he was about to dive into a swimming pool. Good night. There you go. 1-0 count remains here to Raley. He's still waiting on that second pitch. Good night. He took a dive. Sherman getting set here. Here's the pitch. This one, it's a hit. That's going to bring in one, and we'll tie it up at 4. Over to right. Great job right there. Peyton Raley with the RBI single. Cook the stakes and tie us at 4. Wineland comes in, and that was all set up. Of course, you give the RBI single credit to Raley, but that was Wineland with that stolen base that set up that score to tie us at 4 apiece. Wow. New Waverly looking for a little 2-out rally here. Go back to the top. It's gone over. Here's the pitch. High upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Let me make sure I get this right, Ty. Looks like Conover out there. It is. I still have a question mark on his block back in the third. I'm like, I don't know what he did. So the Conover family, if you're going back or you're watching this now, I beg your pardon. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, fouled off the first base. Oh, watch that guy. Oh!
Right over his head.
Good. He didn't even know. He just waltzed it, just taking a waltz. And, man, he was about to – yikes. That poor guy could have got smashed.
We're about to see the insurance guy pop back up.
Yeah, the health insurance guy's going to make his way over there in a moment.
First we got auto, now we got health. Good
night. 1-1, runner's going to take off, trying to slide over to second in time. He's there, and another stolen base for New Waverly. Peyton Raley with the stolen base.
This is a team that will beat you based off of speed, speed, speed. Getting on base means you pretty much get on second. It's a beautiful way how the coach draws this up.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you're right. When these guys for New Waverly take off, it's a very high percentage that they're going to get those stolen bases. 1-2 the count, 2 away, top of the fourth. Runner in scoring position over at second. Ooh. Say that was a ball. He was wanting to call strike. He stepped back. He'll even us up at 2-2. Sherman getting set to deliver the 2-2. Looking over his right shoulder, the runner remains at second for New Waverly. Here's the pitch. Low to the outside corner, and we've got a full count. You know, New Waverly has only reached on a walk once tonight. That was Jace Wells. But an opportunity to do it again here. 3-2, 2 away, tied 4 apiece, runner on second. Sherman set to deliver. Threatening over at second. Forcing Raley back over to the bag. He's got a good leadoff out there. 10 to 12 feet off of that second base bag. Sherman's delivery, high upstairs. And Conover will walk his way over to first. For the second time tonight, New Waverly is on base from a walk, and now runners at 1-2. And the 2-out rally trying to continue here for the Bulldogs. That'll take us second in the order of the pitcher, Jace Card, and Coach Compton going to have a quick chat with this team as the infield for Coldspring will also come in. But for New Waverly, they've been able to respond tonight, Ty. That is the key. When you get down, can you respond? They were down 3-0 early. They responded. They came back and tied. They came back and tied here in this fourth. That's how you win games at the end of the night.
Man, Rob, this team, once it starts the game, momentum is like a freight train. They don't stop. I mean, we saw it in the first game of the season, putting up 11 points in the first inning. If you can catch traction that quickly in a game, you can take it and run away with it. We see them gain it a little bit later here, but it seems that they're getting right back on track and getting exactly where they want to be.
They're still having this discussion out here. Coach Compton's telling them, hurry up, boys, the hamburger place is going to close. Let's just get this over with. I'm sure he's definitely not talking anything about that. I know I was wondering I was looking forward to where we're going to eat after these games, Ty, and there's not really anything. Everything's closed down. Everything shuts down at 9. It's kind of like in Huntsville. Everything shuts down early, and so I just hope the gas stations don't shut down. We may be calling somebody tonight because I was down to 3 miles, but I wanted to get over here and get set up. We got a little reserve, though, in the back of the truck.
Always smart to keep a gas tank in gas can in your car.
Here's the pitch to Card. Swung on. This one fluttering its way over to center, and an easy grab with the left glove. McCall Hilton will grab it on the pop-up over to center for the third and final out. But New Waverly doing what they have to do and scoring that game-tying run. It was from Peyton Raley's RBI single that brought in Wineland. And so for New Waverly, 4-4 as we are through 3.5. Bottom of the fourth coming up on SHN. Stay with us. This is Bulldog Baseball. Welcome back at it, friends. We continue here tonight. Rob Hipp, Ty Stutler, Nate in the house with us as well. We're outside of the house, but we're in the house, whatever you want to call it. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, I want to give a shout-out to the Oak Ridge Disciple House, a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry, helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. More information is online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Also want to thank G3 Give God Glory Baseball out of Huntsville and Walker County. Started in 2022 by our good friends, the Nunez family, and appreciate them very much. They wanted a team that always puts glorifying God first and how the players compete, practice, and act on and off the field. They have teams in several age groups from 8U all the way to 16U playing in local leagues and regional tournaments, and even statewide and out-of-state tournaments, focusing on developing baseball skills, character, teamwork, and faith. If you want to see more about what they're doing, search for G3 Give God Glory Baseball on Facebook. Thank you to the Nunez family. Here's the first pitch on the way, and it results in a hit. Not a hit in the way that you think, but a hit in the player got hit, and the tattoo shop has reopened. Jordan Ash will reach on a hit by pitch. But I tell you, we've seen quite a few of those tonight, Ty. These guys are going to have to put the ice packs on after the game.
Yeah, it's all about trying to find the zone. You may be a little out, but you just got to end up getting into your body to where you know exactly where the pitch is going.
Wade Curry now at bat. The left-handed batter. Fastball across for the strike. It's 0-1. Ty Ramey joining us. Appreciate you, Ty. Always good to hear from you. Tied up 4 apiece. Bottom of the fourth. We'll throw over to first. Waverly was able to pick one earlier. And Card set to deliver the 0-1. Right there in the zone again. Looked at it come across for a strike. It's 0-2. See if he can get him again here. Here's the 0-2. Ooh, low in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's starting to get a little cool out here, Ty, man. You know, sitting here in the spring just got underway, but it's a little chilly tonight.
Got a light breeze coming from the right of us. Full moon out, not a cloud in the sky.
Nate over there howling. Oh, look at that moon. Here's the next pitch high upstairs. 2-2. Nate didn't like that. I was just trying to have fun. I would have howled too. I mean, it's beautiful. Look at it. Oh. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled. The count remains 2-2. Maybe a cousin in there on the YouTube chat, I was told. Ty Ramey, you got a cousin out there? Let us know, man. Swing and a miss. Got him for the first out. The Third strikeout of the evening for Jace Card. And that will take us to the catcher cleaning up, or the catcher, yes, cleaning up number 16, Jacob Ash. He's 1 for 2. He struck out looking for the third and final out back in the second. Pitch just out of his reach. It's or just out of the zone, 1-0. What, Tate? Did I say Nate? That's okay. Oh, this one got up under this one. It's going to drop in left field. And that's a base hit. Runners now on 1 and 2. Old Nate over there told him to run. And also Tate. I knew eventually I'd say Nate because one of my best friends Nate. I got 2 friends now, Nate Dog and Tate Dog. These guys don't know what to think. I'll just turn it off. Runners on 1 and 2, tied 4 apiece. Thanks for being here with us tonight in New Waverly Baseball. Here's the swing. Here's the foul. Heads up. Oh, boy, thank goodness that's going to save some tax money over there for these folks. That one almost hit the police vehicle. One and one. Next one comes across, called strike late. I beg your pardon, it's 0-2. I said 1-1. It's 0-2. The runners on 1 and 2. Here's the next pitch. The 0-2. Got him! Looking for the second out, strikeout of this inning. How about that? Ty. I don't want to mess your name up. How about that? How about that, Tim?
You know, Jace Carr has been amazing to get him to just get looking at it and then have it do something completely different or just keep him looking at it through the zone.
2 outs. Here's the pitch on the way. That one just out of the zone on Braden Sherman, the pitcher. Sherman's had a good night from the bump tonight. Early count here is 1-0. 4-4 tied up, bottom of the fourth, 2 away. Runners on 1 and 2 for the Trojans. They're looking for their own 2-out rally. Here's the pitch. This one swung on over to second. It bounced off of him. Oh, no, and the bases are loaded. That would have been a hard. I'm not going to rule that one an error. That was been a very difficult. College would have been an error, not at the high school level. And that's going to load us up at 1, 2, and 3. Tough break there for New Waverly. That was a hard one as Allred was trying to get behind that one. That wouldn't have been easy, Ty.
No, and I think Nate agrees with me over here. After it happened, he just kind of gave me a little look like.
Yeah, Nate agrees. Tate. Tate's about to like start backhanding over here. There's guys that I've known for like 3 or 4 years, and out of the blue, I just forget their names sometimes. It's a disorder. Can't remember stuff. Runners on 1, 2, and 3. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and flutters its way. Foul! Oh, boy, Action Jackson was trying to make a play on that one in foul territory. Love the hustle from that young man.
You know, as a senior, it's important to just put everything on the line for your team just to kind of give them that edge. You know, and Action Jackson's definitely been someone for that team, trying to get at every ball that he possibly can, putting that extra effort in to this game.
James Clark, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Corner strike. It's 0-2. Card trying to deal the final deck here and get this out over with. Get this inning over with. Here's the pitch. Curve to the outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You know, we've talked about all game how this is just as much a mental game as it is a physical one. And Jace Carr is staying composed here even though bases are loaded.
Here's the 1-2. Another curveball to the outside corner to even us up at 2-2.
And just important for him to just keep this composure through the rest of this inning.
I want to send a shout out to Brett, who is cheering on the Trojans tonight. Here's the 2-2. Over to short. The throw. The force out. The inning retired. The score remains 4-4. Great field work right there by Colin Conover. And the New Waverly Bulldogs, boy, they escaped the rally, and we remain tied at 4 apiece. We are through 4, and the top of the 5th coming up. We've got a good one here in 23-3A, game number 4. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in a moment. It's Bulldog Baseball on SHN. Due up 3, 4, and 5 for New Waverly. We'll start things with Max Tomczak, the catcher, followed by Jackson Hathorn, and then Daniel Nixon. So again, your 3, 4, and 5 to start here in just a few moments. We are tied 4 apiece, top of the 5th. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight here on SHN Sports. Rob Hipp alongside Ty Stutler. Tate helping us out as well. I want to give another quick shout out to our sponsor, Mata's Tactical Supply in New Waverly, a locally owned outdoor and sporting good and firearms store serving families across Walker County. Whether you enjoy hunting, spending time outdoors, or looking for products designed to help keep you and your home and family safe, their team is committed to helping you. Find out more online at matastacticalsupply.com. A big thank you to the Mata family for helping to support New Waverly Bulldog baseball. First pitch to Tomczak, just out of the zone. It's an early ball to the left-handed batter. From the right-handed, pitching continues from Sherman. Fastball again, just a little bit too high into the outside. The early count, 2 pitches, 2 balls, it's 2-0.
An important thing about momentum is that it's important to notice that it exists on both sides. So it's important to be able to stop those guys in that moment so they don't have momentum going into this next half inning.
That's it. Here's the 2-2. This time, dropping it in for the strike. It's 2-1. Tomczak still ahead here, 2-1 count. Tomczak is 1 for 2. Had the stand-up RBI double back in the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Great eye to the outside, 3-1. He's well ahead. Let us know you're out there tonight on the YouTube feed. We'd love to hear from you. You can also text us, Bulldog Fan text line 512-522-9105. Here's the pitch. This one swung on. Wind is going to grab this in foul territory. No, that would have been a tough grab right there at the fence line. But give credit to Jordan Ash over there, almost able to make that grab. The third baseman. That'll take us to the full count at 3-2. Tomczak looking for the leadoff single here for New Waverly. I'm telling him to hold for just a minute. And now ready to go. Sherman delivers. This one hit, rolls over to short, trying to beat it out, and got him right in the nick of time. Great field work out there by the shortstop. That was Hamilton, the throw over to Curry at first. Just getting that there in time. Tomczak was almost there. One away. We'll go to Jackson Hathorn. Wait a minute. Did they overrule this, Ty?
I believe they're deferring the call. I saw the first base coach point over to the home umpire, and it looked like home called safe, while the one right there called out, so it looks like they're deferring. Looks like they're going to call him an out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, from up here, as much as I wanted him to be safe, from up here it looks like Tomczak was not able to get there.
first baseman did an amazing job reaching out for that grab, too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take that away from those guys. No, on broadcast for New Waverly, I call it fair, and yeah, that definitely, he was just a step too short. Hathorn looking for the first pitch to this young man. Get ready because, boy, he can put a lick on him. And Sherman knows it. Here's the right-handed pitch in the dirt at the plate. It's 1 ball, no strikes, 1 away. Here's the next pitch. Oh, a low swing. Bounces off the shortstop. Hathorn, yes. Able to beat that one out. That would have been a tough one for the short. And a great job for Action Jackson, a 1-out single. I figured let's just get the rally now. No reason to wait till 2 outs. Here's Daniel Nixon. Nixon 1 for 2 tonight. Singled, stolen base, 2 stolen bases actually, and then came in and scored on that wild pitch. Also a grounder over to second for the 3rd and final out back in the 3rd. 1 away, top of the 5th, tied 4 apiece. Boy, and the wind starting to pick back up. It has not been a factor really. It was before first pitch, right before 7 o'clock, and it is starting to pick back up again. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Hathorn trying to steal second. He got there in plenty of time. The ball gets away, and he's going to be able to advance all the way over to 3rd. How about it for Action Jackson Hathorn? Couple of stolen bases. And I'll tell you what, a hit here would surely score and break this 4-all tie that we're facing right now here in the top of the 5th. Daniel Nixon, who's at bat now, 0-1. Here's the pitch to Nixon. To the outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. High upstairs. The attic door was open. It's 2-1. Give a shout out also to Christy Ban, celebrating Cold Spring. She's watching from Tennessee tonight. How about that? Welcome in, Christy. We broadcast for New Waverly, but we want everybody to feel at home here on the broadcast tonight. So thanks for chiming in, letting us know you're out there. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, swing and a miss. 2-2. Getting runner over at 3rd for New Waverly. 1 away, 2-2 count here to Daniel Nixon. We're tied 4 apiece, top of the 5th. Sherman on the bump for Cold Spring. Lift to the left leg. Here's the right-handed pitch. It's low in the dirt. Bounces off the corner of home plate. And that'll take us to another full count, 3-2. We've seen quite a few full counts here tonight, Ty.
You know, it's important to note as a batter here that getting a good piece of this is just as good as getting on base.
Well, here it is. And check that out. He said, I don't need a piece. I'll just let it come on across. And he's going to reach on a walk, and now runners on the hot corners for New Waverly at 1-3. 1 away, tied 4 apiece, top of the 5th. We continue on. What kind of cough that was? Sorry. Jace Wells now at bat for New Waverly. Appreciate his mom for helping to support these broadcasts. The Wells family from My Community Mortgage. Here's the pitch. High upstairs. Oh! Hathorne's going to have to try to come in. No, he didn't get it. He's out. Oh, tough break for New Waverly. He took off, and he had no chance of going back. And he's thrown out at home for the second out. Nixon is over there at second, though. And Jace Wells, 1 ball, no strikes. It's tough now because with 2 outs, no longer would anything up in the air pretty much score. Here's the pitch, places the bunt, goes foul. It's 1-1. But you find a way here, Ty, to keep the momentum regardless. And look at their dugout. They're still over there cheering these guys on.
If there's one thing that this team is amazing about, it's keeping the momentum for the entire game. No matter what situation they're in, they're yelling, hooting and hollering just to keep the energy up.
No matter if they're up 22-0 either, like we've seen early this year. Now the 1-1. Runner will take off, trying to steal over to third, sliding, diving, and safe. Oh, Nixon barely got there. It's 1-1, I believe, is the count. Should be 2-1 on Wells now. It is 2-1 on Jace Wells.
This takes a lot of pressure off of the current hitter right now, too, because now you no longer have to hit a ball and then get someone else on base. Now, if you get on base, you can get in a score and bring the lead into this tie game.
Corner strike on this one, though. It's 1-2. Or I beg your pardon, 2-2. Well, the only problem is you're in that 2-out territory, and so no sacrifice fly opportunity here. You've got to get a hit. Here's the 2-2, and did he get the hit? It rolls over. Yes, he did. That's going to bring in the tie-breaking run. New Waverly takes the lead, 5-4. Cook the steaks, the ribeyes going again for the Bulldogs. How about it, Ty? There you go.
He laid that in right there perfectly in between the first baseman and the second baseman, getting right into that oppo gap. Just get down that run, bring in that game bringing.
Yeah, the tie-breaking run, Nixon in off of the Jace Wells RBI single. And now we'll go to Otto Wineland. We'll start the bottom at 7, 8, and 9. Compton is going to have a talk with Otto Wineland here in just a few moments, chatting with him. And while he does that, I want to give thanks to Robert Lindeman of Hits Solutions Player Development. If you are looking to get your child enrolled in one-on-one baseball coaching, nobody does it better than Robert Lindeman. You can find out more information online, HITTSS.com. It's my good friend Robert Lindeman. He's also been supportive of a lot of our not every broadcast, but all of our football and baseball broadcasts. Robert Lindeman of Hits Solutions Player Development. Go online, get his number there, Hits Solutions. He also has a real estate division, but we're focusing on the player development part of it here on this broadcast, HITTSS.com. Robert Lindeman, Hits Solutions, is where you can find him out, HITTSS.com. Well, New Waverly breaking the tie moments ago, leading 5-4, 2 outs. The rally continues here for the Bulldogs, the maroon and white. Otto Wineland now set to battle. Here's the pitch. High upstairs, it's a ball, 1-0. Sherman delivers the next one. Just to the outside. 2 balls, no strikes. This game got underway at 6:48, about 12 minutes early from the scheduled first pitch at 7. And we are at 8:23 right now. Here's the next one. over to second. Little flip unassisted. There you go. Well, it wasn't unassisted. It was a flip over from short to second. And a force out there on Jace Wells, but not before the damage was done, as New Waverly gets the tie-breaking run off of the RBI single from Jace Wells. Brought in Daniel Nixon, and it's 5-4 New Waverly as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Stay with us. More to come. It's Bulldog Baseball on SHN. Welcome back at it, friends. We get rolling here in the bottom of the fifth, and Jace Card remains on the bump for New Waverly. Here's a swing and a miss on Jacoby Johnson, who's now batting 0-1. Jacoby 0 for 2 tonight. We'll go 8-9-1 to start things here again in the bottom of this fifth inning. Thanks for hanging out with us on SHN. We got a good one going here in 23-3A, fourth game of district play. Here's the pitch. Off speed in the zone for the strike. And a quick 0-2 from the delivery of Jace Card. Fans here telling Jacoby to wait on him. 0-2, nobody on. Bottom of the fifth. New Waverly leads Cold Spring 5-4. And the Cold Spring Trojans at bat. Here's Card's next delivery. Third pitch. Swung on, fouled. Is it catchable? Oh, it was. It was caught in foul territory for the out. We couldn't see it because of the dugout, but it was action. Jackson Hathorn making the grab in foul territory off first. How about that for the first out? Take us to the bottom of the order. It's ninth in the order. The second baseman, Case Tulos. One away. Here's the next pitch. The fastball just outside the zone. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Tulos at the bottom. Here's the delivery. Another off-speed pitch. Curveball drops in for a strike. 1-1. Nobody on, one away. Here's the next delivery. Oh, that was close. So it's just a little bit to the outside. 2-1. Do want to hear from you tonight. You can text us 512-522-9105. And the next pitch on the way. Got him looking. It's 2-2. Jace Card looking for the second out. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. And we're 2 away here in the bottom of the fifth. How about it for Jace Card doing work tonight? His 5th strikeout. He had 2 back in the 4th. 1 so far here in the bottom of the 5th, and we're 2 away. We'll go back to the top of the order. It's Ethan Hamilton. Hamilton 1 for 3 tonight. He was struck out looking for the second out back in the 3rd, or the 3rd and final out back in the 3rd. Here's the first pitch, a late swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Here's the next right-handed pitch. Hit him. We've seen a lot of those, though, too. Card has done a pretty good job tonight, but he has also sent quite a few to the tattoo shop. I believe that may have been the third that he sent. It is the fourth batter tonight that has been sent to the base on a hit by pitch. That'll reset the count, and we'll go second in the order, the third baseman, Jordan Ash. And Ash has been hit twice. His last two at bats, he was able to reach on a hit by pitch. He's still out there. Here's the pitch. That one on the plate and took a bounce into Tom Zach's glove. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 away. 5-4 New Waverly leads. Coldspring with a runner on first, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. A 1-run deficit for the Trojans. Here's the next pitch. Runner will take off, swung, foul off the third base line. He'll have to come back. The count at 1-1 on Jordan Ash. Dan pick attempt, throw over to first, in time getting back. Jace Card and Jackson Hathorn out there. To Ethan Hamilton, who was hit just a few moments ago, eagerly awaits over at first. 1-1 on Jordan Ash. Here's the pitch. Runner will take off over to second, the throw, and get him out. No, he was safe. In the final moment of time, Hamilton was able to steal second. The count here now at 1-2, though, on Ash. And Jace Card trying to finish him here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. And the umpire called some time here. He didn't like the noise that was being made over in the Cold Spring dugout that kept hitting the wall. Card set to deliver. 1-2, 2 away. Runner, here we go. High upstairs to even us at 2-2. Remember, Jordan Ash has been hit the last 2 times that he's been at bat. Here's the next pitch. Just to the outside, 3-2. And now the payoff coming up. Well, here you go, Ty. Payoff pitch coming up, an opportunity to retire this inning. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. How about it? Jace Card got him. And that will wrap up the bottom of the 5th. Bulldog baseball continues. New Waverly back at bat, leading 5-4 as we start the top of the 6th. Stay with us. We got a good one going here tonight in Cold Spring. Welcome back at it, friends. Top of the 6th about to get underway here tonight. Thanks for joining us on the SHN Sports Broadcast Network. New Waverly with an opportunity here to get a little insurance. Want to thank our good friends at Texas Signature Roofing. Jared Hathorn, when it comes to protecting your home, trust matters. That's why homeowners across our area choose Texas Signature Roofing. Locally owned and operating, Texas Signature Roofing specializes in insurance restoration, among many other things, helping to take the stress off your shoulders when dealing with storm damage and claims. Your roof is your home's first line of defense, and their team will walk you through every option to find the right solution for your needs with a commitment to 100% customer satisfaction and service that continues even after the job is done. You can trust the name Texas Signature Roofing. Visit them online. It's my good friend Jared Hathorn. His website, TexasSignatureRoofing.com. Well, as I just said, an opportunity here for the maroon and white to put on some insurance as we get underway in the top of the sixth. New Waverly finding their way out of it many times tonight. As this game was tied, they've been able to break the tie. And we should start here on 8-9-1. So Camden Allred at bat for New Waverly, followed by Peyton Raley. Then we'll go back to the top, Colin Conover. And I'll double check that here in just a few moments. Looks like Cameron is the one out there. And so here we go. How about it tonight for these New Waverly Bulldogs? So Allred is 0 for 2. He had that sack bunt, though, back in the fourth. And a critical one to help advance some runners. Otto Wineland eventually coming in to score. Sherman remains on the mound. Here's the first pitch. Swung on late, fouled way behind the press box. And his count will start at 0-1. New Waverly 5, the Trojans 4. Top of the sixth we are. Here's the 0-1. This one drops. That would have been a hard one for the shortstop to make. Give him credit. Hamilton almost able to fall on that one. It would have been difficult, and so a leadoff single here for Allred and New Waverly. Take us to Peyton Raley, bottom of the order. Peyton tonight 1 for 2, had the RBI single, the stolen base, left stranded at second back in the fifth, and then grounded one over to third for the second out back in the third. That was his first at bat. It's not common because we've seen New Waverly bat around in the first 3 games of this season. They're not doing that here in district play now in the 4th district game. They did do it the first 3 district games. First pitch, though, on the way is a ball to Raley. It's counted 1-0. Here's Sherman's next pitch. Off speed in the zone for the strike to even us up at 1-1. And gonna have a courtesy runner come in here for Camden Allred. Ryder Armstrong running over there at first now for Allred. 1 ball and 1 strike on Peyton Raley. Set to deliver is Sherman. Here's the 1-1. Runner will take off, trying to steal over to second. And got him out. Tough break there, caught stealing for the first out is Allred. Two balls and 1 strike on Peyton Raley. So that'll clear the bases. And we are 1 away on a 2-1 count here in the top of the 6th. Like I said, New Waverly sure would love some insurance here in this inning. Here's the next pitch. Just to the inside. Takes us to 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. This one may drop in that Bermuda Triangle, and it will. How about that? What a hit for Peyton Raley as it dropped over at right center. So back-to-back hits here for New Waverly. Unfortunately, Allred was out caught stealing over at second earlier. But Raley with the single. That'll take us back to the top. It's Colin Conover. So that'll put a runner back on the base pass for New Waverly. Leading 5-4. Looking to gain a few more marks here in this inning as we head down the final go. Looking to place bunt, pulls back on it. It's a ball, 1-0. As the wind starts to pick back up a little bit also. Getting close to 8:40. This game got underway at about 5:48 or beg your pardon, 6:48 this early evening. Here's the pitch and another one outside the strike zone for a ball, 2-0. Showing bunt, pulls back. Here's the 2-0, swung on, kind of flutters its way, and they're going to say foul. Took kind of a weird little hop and bounce there. Take us to 2-1. Bring Ty back into it. Ty, game's kind of starting to drag on now, but New Waverly holding their own. They could definitely use some insurance here, though, in the top of the sixth.
That last defensive run by New Waverly was very important. Brings us to a game where they're up and hitting, which means they can kind of tag on to that lead.
Here's the 2-1, and this one, right over the light. Takes a bounce ball. About a foot away from our Starlink. Never thought about it hitting that. If that happens, there's no more broadcast. Sorry. There's
no outro.
There's no more broadcast all season. Well, we ain't got the money to buy a new one. That's just the risk you take. I've learned that with your camera, your microphone, and your other stuff. It's just the risk that you take. The count's at 2-2. Here's Sherman's delivery. Low in the dirt. Gets away, and this should advance a runner on a wild pitch. And it will. And so Raley will advance over to second on the wild pitch. And that'll fill up the marks. 3-2 on a full count here on Colin Connor. He's battling. Runner now in scoring position over there at second is Raley, who had the single, felt like an eternity ago. Sherman getting set to deliver the payoff pitch. Keeps an eye over his right shoulder at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hops to third. Good snag, throw to first in time. And runners won't even be able to advance for the second out. That's just good field work out there by the Trojans. Hamilton over to Curry.
Hamilton's been getting a lot of work in recently with all of these pull balls straight towards him.
You know what? I keep saying Hamilton. I beg your pardon. That was Ash out there, Jordan Ash. Over at third. I've been calling the short. Ash over to Curry. My eyes are getting really bad, buddy. I've probably done that all night tonight and didn't realize it until just now. I was off baseball for 3 years, man. I took a 3-year hiatus from calling baseball. And it's one of those that's tough to get back into. 2 away we are. But you're right. What you said about him, you're right. Jace Card, the pitcher for New Waverly, at bat. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the zone for the strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these pitchers that are throwing these very flat, high vertical spin on them, and they just kind of go straight. And, you know, it makes it a lot easier to predict where they're going. But it also makes it a lot easier for the pitcher just to paint them in there.
Now the 0-1 swung on. This one should drop left center. It does. And a runner's going to round over to third. He's trying to come home and get the insurance. Sliding, diving. Safe. He's safe. He's safe. And New Waverly takes a 2-run advantage here in the top of the 6th. How about that for the Bulldogs as Jace Card, an RBI double. Wow.
You know, Rob, I feel like we were just talking about it not that long ago at all. It's important for those defenses to kind of lock their team into this winning position. And we kind of saw it with the last defensive run by the Bulldogs where they were able to pull off no runs, keeping that lead for whenever they're hitting. And it's obviously shown to be able to give them that separation that they need.
Card will stand tall over at second. It'll take us third in the order. The catcher, Max Tomczak, the left-handed batter for the Bulldogs. Look at Card out there. He's just having fun. He's skipping around. That young man has got so much energy. He is high-strung, and that's a good thing when you're a baseball player.
I mean, this entire game he's been pitching, he's been hitting, and it's watching him just keeping that energy up through the entire thing.
Ooh, here's a hard hit foul. Good night. Tomczak was ready to put the tomahawk on that one. Lined that bad boy. I mean, that thing was one of those that looked like it could have floated home run like a line home run over it right. That took a bounce probably 15 feet away, but still it was a good hit, just foul. 0-1 here on Tomczak. Here's the next one. There's the dust coming up off the ground for the ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 6-4 New Waverly with a 2-run advantage. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Here's the 1-1. In the zone for a strike on the off-speed pitch. It's 1-2. Nice changeup there by Sherman.
And we've seen him kind of do this all night where he'll set that tunnel with that high fastball. Then he'll kind of bleed in a changeup or a curveball, and it just feels like an automatic strike.
Here the New Waverly dugout. Runner will take off, trying to steal over to third. Sliding, diving, and safe. Another stolen base for the Bulldog. It's Jace Card. Count at 2-2. Time here by Max Tomczak as he'll step out for just a moment. No more chalk, by the way, left on either side of the box. Hard to see any batter's box. Here's the pitch. High upstairs. That'll take us to a full count at 3-2.
You know, with Jace here on third, I feel like it's important to note that he seems to be doing a lot to kind of get into the pitcher's head, even as a runner, where he will just kind of skip around, act like he's running, and then back off, just to kind of get in his head, make him step off.
Yeah, he's just got so much energy. Here's the 3-2, swung on, this one, foul, right off the first base line. Goodness, I'm talking 3 or 4 feet, and that would have been a run scored if it would have stayed fair. The bat continues here, and the battle continues on for Max Tomczak. New Waverly leads 6-4, top of the 6th, 2 away. Jace Card, the pitcher, over at third on a 3-2. Here's Sherman's delivery. Walked him! Runners on the hot corners at 1-3. And now it's time cleaning up, 4th in the order. It's action Jackson Hathorn. And there's our buddy Trevor Twardowski over there at first. And he's going to run for Tomczak. So Twardowski over at first. I feel like Twardowski brings like a little oomph to the team, man. There's something about that young man that's just, he's a great young man, but you always have that guy on the team, and to me, he's that guy that brings that little piece of juice that they need.
Here's
the 3-2, swing and a miss. Or beg your pardon, the first one to Jackson Hathorn, the 0-0, swing and a miss. I didn't update my scoreboard up here.
Trudersky just brings that extra energy whenever he's on the field. You can kind of feel it in the way that he is just a workhorse on both sides of the ball.
Action Jackson, this one a foul ball. Bounces to the right of the Storage Connex over here. It's 0-2. Well, somebody's going to knock one out of here. It would be Jackson Hathorn, although the wind is not in his favor right now. That wind is blowing towards left field. Trudersky is going to get trapped out here. Oh, yeah, now you're in that little zone to where is one going to come in and score? They're just going to go ahead and let him steal. Uh-oh, here we go. Is he safe? He's safe. Oh, Trudersky. There's the juice I was talking about. Well, you put him in a precarious situation because you have your runner at third, and you got to keep an eye because he can still home, and Trudersky goes over there and steals second. I love it. Wow. And now there's going to be a little bit of a discussion coming up here as Coach will head over to the bump and talk things over. Trudersky, we just talked about it, man. Love that guy. What a great young man for this Bulldog team.
What an amazing play by him to just walk over to second, kind of like, trying to get the pitcher's attention. He notices him, and then you're just kind of caught in a pickle there where either third can run in and score or you just give up the free bag.
I know it's the Bulldogs, but when I start thinking about breeds of dogs, all right, I think of Jace Card as kind of that healer. The healers are kind of wild. They've got a lot of energy. They're bouncing around, almost like a Blue Lacy, the state dog of Texas, a Blue Lacy. Then Trudersky.
Could we give him Pitbull?
No. I want to go a different direction. I want to give him, like, the little fast Chihuahua. There's something about the guy that's just like.
Just a lot of energy packed into just.
There's something about him. And, boy, just check that out while ago. He's got a great sense of humor, too. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, I like all of them. All the breeds of dogs are fine by me. But I just think of, like, a Chihuahua. I don't know why. That's why it's cool if your team name's just the Dogs. Then you can pick whichever one you want. All right, it's 0-2. Action Jackson, eager to get one here. He's got two on. Here's the pitch. Swing! Oh, right at the feet of the pitcher. That's going to bring in one. Trudersky rounds third. He's coming home. Two more runs scored. How about it for the Bulldogs? The two-out rally continues, and it's Action Jackson. A two-run RBI single. How about it for New Waverly? Wow.
This seems to happen every game where Jackson Hathorn just after everyone gets in scoring position, he just comes in, hits a hammered ball, and just brings in the runs.
Two ribeyes, two RBI single for Action Jackson Hathorn on an 0-2 pitch, and New Waverly extends their lead 8-4 here in the top of the sixth. Wow. And now you go to fifth in the order of the left fielder. I believe it's Daniel Nixon. Here's the pitch. Nixon fouls this one off the pole. You know what? You'd rather it go off that pole than off those lights because that's not cheap to fix those. And I've seen it happen a few times over the years. Early count here on Nixon, 0-1. So the two RBI single moments ago for Hathorn brings us 8-4. Wow. Oh, 1 to Nixon. Here's a swing. This one also fouled. So it goes just over the top of the press box. And it's 0-2. Sherman steps on the top of the bump, set to deliver. Here's the pitch. Swung on, right over the bump, and the short able to force the out over at second as Hamilton was able to tag second unassisted for the third and final out, but not before New Waverly taking care of business and scoring more to get us 8-4. We'll take a break. Bottom of the sixth coming up on SHN. Stay with us. Back at it, friends. 3, 4, and 5 due up here for Cold Spring. The first pitch from Jace Card on the way and just to the outside on Wade Curry. And his early count here is 1 ball and no strikes. Cold Spring trailing 8-4. Next one in the dirt to 2-0. 2 quick pitches, 2 balls thrown by New Waverly's Jace Card. Do want to welcome you back in. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight here on a Tuesday edition of New Waverly Bulldog Baseball. 4th game of 23-3A. Here's the next pitch. This one swung on, fouled as it'll roll softly into the corner of the backstop to take us to 2-1. Well, a game of momentum, Ty. We've talked about it, and New Waverly picking up those 2 more runs, 4 runs as you go back to the previous 2 innings, giving them this separation, and it's a good place to be this late in the ball game. Here's the pitch to the outside.
It's important to note, too, that all of this started because defense let them have a lead going into where they're batting. We can see as a bug attacks Jay's Card.
Yeah, I don't want to get a you don't want to get a balk over here. I love Jace, man. I wonder if he's very serious out there, man. Oh, here's a 3-1. This one, what a grab out there, trying to throw over to first. I know he's going to get there, but my goodness, I'll still give that young man credit. That was a beautiful grab out there by New Waverly. I don't know who that was. I thought it was Allred, but I may have had the number wrong. Whoever it was out there at second, what a grab. That may have shifted and I didn't see it. It is a leadoff single, though, for Wade Curry. Jacob Ash now at bat, 4th in the order, cleaning up. Here's the pitch. This one swung on, foul. Should be catchable in foul territory, and it is. Coming over and making the grab for New Waverly. We've seen a couple of those tonight. And a great job out there by the Bulldogs. That was Colin Conover
with back
from short making the grab.
Back-to-back plays for him. Amazing just effort out of him to be able to get and grab that ball and then run over from shortstop all the way over to the left side foul line, making that catch.
Yeah, right there in foul territory. 1 away. The count right now, reset 0-0. Base runner does remain over at first for New Waverly. And if that's number 6, if I read that, that's still McCall Hilton. I don't know if they've changed him out. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one up into the air. Action Jackson tracking it down. Left-handed grab. Trying to, boy, heads-up play. Almost was able to get back to the first base runner as well. But the second out there is Jackson got under it for the out, for the second out. Wow.
The IQ on that, boy. Just to be able to grab that ball and immediately turn around, find the guy on first, try and tag him out.
I mean, baseball is one of those where it goes really slow, and then all of a sudden it's bang, bang, bang. And that's where I get thrown off. Because it can just be slow and dry, and then all of a sudden, like I said, just things can go nuts in a quick moment. Off-speed pitch in the zone for the strike. It's 0-1 on the pitcher, Braden Sherman. 0-1. 2 away. Here's the next pitch. To the outside to even us up at 1 apiece. It's getting chilly out here. How's old Tate doing over there? Is he freezing?
Nate's a little cold.
Here's the 1-1. This time to the inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. Corner strike. It's 2-2. Two and 2 is the count. Card taking his time. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Retiring the side, the bottom of the 6th, New Waverly 8, Cold Spring 4. We'll go to the 7th, possibly the final frame when we come back here on SHN. Warm-up pitch is happening out there as Sherman will remain on. We are here in the top of the 7th, and the first time this district play that we've had one go this long. New Waverly burned through Trinity and Crockett, but here tonight a different foe versus the Coldspring-Oakhurst Trojans. Cold Spring got off to a 3-0 lead early, but New Waverly has been able to respond every time tonight, and then finally getting that much-needed insurance back in the 6th. We'll try to add a few more here in the 7th because the game is not over until it's over, and you can't just go ahead and say you got it because guess what? Cold Spring is going to bat at the bottom of this inning with an opportunity to tie or take the lead and win it. There's Here's a swing and a foul to get started here for Jace Wells.
It's also important to note, Rob, that we're also being able to see a late-game Bulldogs team for the first time this year.
Yeah, in district play, yeah. We didn't broadcast any of their non-district games. They had quite a few of them, but here in district play, 100%. Here's the next one, swing and a miss. We just mentioned the heat that Sherman can bring. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, this young man has an arm. It's tough that he's given up 8 runs, but he's got a good arm on it.
I mean, this kid, he just has a very flat, fast fastball, and he can pair that very well with his off speeds that just kind of go just off the line and makes you think twice before you swing.
1-2 count here on Jace Wells. And again, appreciate My Community Mortgage. Karen Hibner for her support. You can email Karen at mychomeloans.com. The letter C, homeloans.com. If you're looking to buy a home, she is your mortgage provider. My Community Mortgage. Thanks so much, Karen, for all your support. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Here's the foul. Here's the ricochet off the backstop, and the at-bat stays alive. Remains 2-2 here in the top of the 7th. New Waverly 8, Coldspring 4. I need a warm spring, man. It's chilly up here now. Ty's over here with his hoodie on, you know, looking all tough. And then I've got my shorts, and then poor Tate over here, short sleeve and shorts. Next pitch, as he looks at this one, goes up high. That'll take us to a full count at 3-2. Jace Wells, good eye, keeping this bat alive.
One thing that I will note, though, he has struggled with throwing strikes and batters being able to battle in this scenario.
Yeah, the payoff pitches have not paid off for Sherman. They've been in favor of New Waverly. Here's another one on the way. Had to duck, and he'll reach on a walk on another payoff. Thank you, Ty Stutler. A leadoff walk for New Waverly. We'll put Wells over at first, and that will take us. Now, we're probably going to have that pitch and change now. We will. We'll have a new pitcher come out here. And that will do it for Sherman tonight. Was not able to go the distance and gave up 8 runs, but a good man, Cameron West, makes his way to the mound, and we'll take a break as West set to deliver here in just a few moments. We'll be back. This is New Waverly Bulldog Baseball on SHN. Back at it, friends. Tonight's coverage made possible in part by the Oak Ridge Disciple House, online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. G3, Give God Glory Baseball. You can find them on Facebook. Search for G3, Give God Glory. Thank you to the Nunez family. Mata's Tactical Supply for all things keeping you and your family safe. Mata's Tactical Supply. They're online at matastacticalsupply.com. Postgame.com. Also, Texas Signature Roofing for all of your roofing needs. New roofing, roofing repairs, storm damage, insurance claims. That's my good friend Jared Hathorn. You can find him at TexasSignatureRoofing.com. My Community Mortgage. That's our friend Karen Hebner. Thank you, Karen. Her son Jace plays on the team. You can email her for mortgage needs, Karen at mychomeloans.com. That's my letter C, homeloans.com. And last but certainly not least, Robert Lindeman of Hits Solutions Player Development, helping to instruct the stars to shine, HITTSS.com. New pitcher out there is Cameron West, and this one hit foul off the bat of Otto Wineland. The early count here is 0-1. We are in the top of the seventh. New Waverly leads 8-4 as we are getting close to wrapping this one up, but we still got a lot of baseball left, friends. You never know what could happen in these final 6 outs. May not be a final 6 outs. Here's the 0-1. Swung on late. This one takes a roll over to first and an unassisted force out over there at first, but the runner will advance over to second as Wells. Take us to 8th in the order. Camden Allred. Allred his last at bat. He had that single, but then was caught stealing over to second in the 6th for the first out. West keeping an eye over there at second. And here's the pitch. The heater in the zone for the strike, 0-1. Woo. Magellan shirts are great for the summer, but they're not good for this cold breeze. Not good. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. I've never understood why microphones attract people. It just never makes sense. We had a microphone stolen from us in Houston at a football game one time. Okay, yeah, no. Ty, you may have to go down there because the parents aren't watching their kids.
Heads up.
Yeah, this one foul. Ty, I need you to go down there because these parents aren't watching their kids. And just tell them to please leave that alone. Thank you. I just don't understand why parents don't watch their children. Yeah, please just tell them to leave that alone. Thank you. I just don't understand it. I have 2 children, and they will be coming with me to sporting events, but they will be watched and monitored.
Please do me a favor and just not touch it. Thank you.
Here's a swing and a miss for the second out. That, by the way, the first strikeout of the night. Thank you, Ty. 2 away. Runner remains on second for New Waverly. Here's the pitch. Runner's going to take off, and wild pitch gets away. That will move. Wells is already on his way over there to third. The count here at 1-0 on Raley. The runner over at third for New Waverly, leading 8-4, 2 away. 1 ball, no strikes here to Raley. Here's the pitch. A little bit too high for a ball. It's 1-1. Or beg your pardon, 2-0. I beg of your. I always say that. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon, Ty. Whatever your pardon is, I beg it. Here's the 2-0. Another one to the inside. It's 3-0. I picked that up from a friend of mine. He always says that. I've been saying it for years. I beg your pardon. Somebody research that and look it up for me. Let me know where that came from, please. I always enjoy the research part of the broadcast. I always have a fan that'll research things for me. Then they'll let me know what. So if anybody out there's bored and they want to research that, let me know where that originated from. You can comment it in on YouTube. Here's the 3-0. And walked it.
Actually, Nate's getting on that right now, so we'll get you back with an answer.
Really important. Research underway. Beg your pardon.
Runner to advance, one on first. Hot corners filled up.
There you go. Runners on 1 and 3 on the hot corners for New Waverly. We'll go back to the top, Colin Conover. Ty will have that update for us here in a minute. Very important update. Placing bunt, pulls back. A runner barely getting back to third in enough time.
The phrase, I beg your pardon.
Wait, here we go. Here it is. Ready?
The phrase, I beg your pardon, originated in the mid-17th century, circa 1640. It evolved from Middle Old English France with pardon, forgiveness, streaming from medieval Latin. It originated as highly formal, polite request for forgiveness for a minor error.
Okay, minor error. Beg your pardon. Thank you. Ball. Oh, wait. Strike. Beg your pardon. I'm just kidding. I did it on first. Strike called. It's 1-1. And a runner, thank you, Ty, stealing over to second was Raley. So we've got runners on 1 and 2. 1-1 count, top of the 7th, 2 away. Raley trying to keep it rolling here for New Waverly. Put some more insurance up. 4-run advantage so far. Here's the pitch.
Fired? What do you mean? Good job for working with us. Yep.
Count here at 1 and 2. The last one was a strike. Here's the pitch. The 1-2 in the dirt. That'll even us up at 2 and 2. Boy, you guys got school tomorrow.
Come on, CC.
Yes, sir, Rob.
Did you get your homework done? Great. You guys are going to be grounded. You won't be able to help me anymore.
Come on, CC.
Colton Conover, 2 and 2. 2 away. 8-4. New Waverly leads. Tate may want to Uber here in a minute. Here's the pitch. This one chopped up. It goes over to second and should be a routine play, and it is. The force out will finally retire on the 4-3 grounder for the third and final out. So in that one, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on, both of them getting on by walks. Possibly the final 3 outs. It's up to the New Waverly defense, and we'll see if Jace Card finishes up this game. He does. He makes his way, and we'll be back in a moment. This is New Waverly Bulldog Baseball. The final 3 outs possibly. We'll see if they can hold here on SHN. Stay with us. up for the Coldspring-Oakhurst Trojan. The bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. We'll start with number 2, the left fielder, James Clark, followed by the right fielder, number 14, Jacoby Johnson. And then last but certainly not least, the second baseman, number 9, Case Tulos. So that is how things look here. And the opportunity for the Trojans. They'll have to put up 4 to tie, 5 to take the lead, but 4 would force extra innings. Jace Card remains on the bump, currently 4 runs on 9 hits. He has struck out 7. He would like to go 1, 2, and 3 here to wrap this up and head into the night with another W. The first pitch is on the way, just outside of the zone for a strike, and it's 1-0. So that is how things will start here for Jace Card. Next pitch, low in the dirt, it's 2-0. Just like that, 2 quick pitches, 2 quick balls thrown. Now the 2-0. This time in the zone for the strike, it's 2-1.
You know, this is the part of a game that makes or breaks you as a team entirely. Can you try and come back from this, or do you just lay down and let them win?
Yeah, Cold Spring not going to do that. They are battling here. They know that it's a monumental task, but 4 runs can happen quickly, especially when you've got a pitcher that is out there that's thrown the whole game so far, but Jace does not show any signs of slowing down. Here's the pitch. This one. Short makes the grab, the throw to first. It is not in time. And Hathorn was hopping. He thought that he was there, and a good job. Give the defense credit. It was a nice throw, but Clark able to beat it out in a leadoff single. Well, it all happens at once. How do you eat an elephant? One piece at a time.
Trojans showing no signs of wanting to slow down, want to come out of this game on top, and it's important to know that this is the motivation that starts a run.
They trail 8-4, but your 5th run is on first base. Your 6th run is at home plate right now, and that is Jacoby Johnson. No outs, bottom of the 7th, final opportunity for the Trojans, trailing 8-4. Card set to deliver. Here's the pitch. Runner will take off, trying to steal over to second. Got him. He's out. That will clear the base pass and, more importantly, the first out.
That is a detrimental play as a defense to get to, because now your 5th point is at home plate right now. You have an out on the board, and you have to get 3, assuming that this guy gets a hit. You have to get 3 more people on base and in running position.
Oh, this one hit the grill of the home plate umpire. And Coach Compton knows what that's like. He was an umpire himself. He's going to go out there and talk to his catcher and make sure the ump's okay. I always talk about the sportsmanship of the team. Well, how about the sportsmanship of the coaches out there and Coach Compton? They're just going to make sure that he's okay. I mean, that ball hit hard right off his mask. And now a discussion happening over here as well. I wonder where his pitch count is at. Is that what he was just saying? Did he just say 95? Because you get to a point to where your pitch count, you've got to go. And I forget what it is in high school. It's been a long time since I've called, but at some point, you got to be pulled. Coach Compton having a talk over there with Jace Card. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I'm not a baseball expert by any stretch. "110 pitches in one day, I believe, is the UIL limit." And I don't know if I saw that correctly because I don't keep up with the pitch counts. But Card's got to be getting close to 100. Wouldn't you think, Ty?
Yeah, and he shows no sign of slowing down either. He's been running bases. No, his pitch count's definitely up there, at least in the 90s, I would assume.
So I have that. Where am I at? I thought that he was out. They took it away. Put him back over at first, right? What's going on here? That's 14. Well, how did he get on? Yeah, I guess he got hit. I missed it. Yeah. That's where the ump got hit. So it is Case Tulos here at the bottom now batting. Is that right? Well, it's not Tulos. It's someone batting. It's the pitcher out there batting for him. Cameron West.
And we're going to get Win Farmer for third pitch, first strike, 2-1. That one inside going to bring it to a 3-1 count.
Yeah, the count at 3-1. Thanks, Ty. I was catching up here on my score sheet. 3-1, one away, bottom of the 7th. West is out there batting now at the bottom of the order. Right-handed batter, right-hand pitch on the way to the outside. He'll reach on a walk. Uh-oh. And Compton, I think that may do it for Jace Card. They were trying to get him to finish, but he ain't going to be able to. Nonetheless, a heck of a game. And I'm going to put Jace Card down as our SHN Sports Bulldog Player of the Game. And we'll have a pitching change. We'll have that for you when we come back. Stay with us. Bulldog Baseball continues on SHN. Good night for Jace Card here for New Waverly. We'll be back in a moment. Peyton Raley will get the warm-up pitches now over on the bump. He was playing third base there for New Waverly, and we'll see what the shifts are for the Bulldogs. He'll get those warm-up pitches, and again, he's just got 2 outs to go. It is 8-4. New Waverly leads here in the bottom of the 7th. And 2 on, though, right now for Coldspring-Oakhurst after a hit by a pitch and then a walk. So we'll see how things finish up here tonight for the Bulldogs. Sometimes those last 2 outs, even especially the last out, sometimes it's hard to get those last 2. I feel bad for Jace. He couldn't go to the distance tonight, but still a great performance by that young man. Not allowing the adversity that New Waverly kept finding themselves in tonight, as this game was tied a couple of times and they were able to battle through it. And especially the defense back there in the 6th. That was a great inning for New Waverly. And so it will be up to Peyton Raley to wrap this up for the Bulldogs here on this Tuesday night in Cold Spring, where it is a little chilly. Time is already approaching 9:30. We went on the air tonight. This is the long one. We went on the air tonight at 6:48, a 7 p.m. scheduled first pitch. Got away 12 minutes early. Back to the top. Pitch on the way, just to the outside. It's a ball.
It's also important to note, let's not just put a pin in Jace quite yet. He's still a shortstop, can still make a lot of good plays, especially with his speed and energy that he shows tonight.
Here's one, fluttered up. Jackson Hathorn makes the grab. And we are 2 away, and New Waverly is 1 out away. Going to bring up Jordan Ash. Final opportunity here for the Trojans. Stay with us. Post-game wrap-up following. We'll have our SHN Sports Bulldog Player of the Game and also that interview with head coach Aaron Compton. This one bouncing away, and runners are going to advance to 2 and 3. A wild pitch. Here's the pitch. Whoa, this one's hard hit over to center. And the grab is made, and that'll do it. That'll one, I believe, was out there to wrap it up. The pop-up over to center for the third. And final out as New Waverly takes care of business here tonight. They go 4-0 in district play against a tough and pesky Coldspring-Oakhurst Trojan team. We appreciate the generous hospitality of the folks here for allowing us to be here. But that is your final tonight. New Waverly advances on here in district as they continue playing well. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment with our post-game wrap-up. We'll also talk to head coach Aaron Compton and our SHN Sports New Waverly Bulldog Player of the Game. Stay with us. And 3-2-1, you got us, Ty. Ty's got us. Rob Hipp down here with our SHN Sports New Waverly Bulldog player of the game, the Jace Card. Jace, almost going the distance, man. 6 1/3, 4 runs on 10 hits. You struck out 7. Talk a little bit about this game. You guys were down early, but you just kept battling through adversity tonight. Your pitching came up strong. The defense played extremely well against a pesky Cold Spring team. You can't count them out. You guys didn't do that tonight. You stayed with them. Talk about it, man.
Yes, sir. I'm thankful for my team. They had my back all through the night. I'm happy. Thank you for Max. Max helped me behind the plate a lot. And I also want to thank my guys for their hitting, because their hitting really helped tonight. We're scoring 8 runs.
Yeah, kind of the prep going into tonight. You know, you guys are riding a lot of momentum, 3-0 against Trinity and Crockett. You know, those teams, you knew, and I'm not downplaying them, but you knew that you're probably going to beat them. You come in here tonight knowing you got a good chance against Cold Spring, but what was the prep work for you going into tonight's game? You had the weekend to think about it.
To be honest, I wasn't thinking about it really until I got on the bus ride home. Bus ride here. To be honest, I didn't really think about it that much. And then the third inning, basically when we started scoring a little bit, I started getting a little more amped up. Not gonna lie, the 7th inning, I puked behind the dugout because I was so nervous for it. But other than that, I didn't really think about it too much.
You were getting close to the pitch count too tonight. I saw Compton. What were you at, like 95 or something? Does that sound about right?
I finished the game with 106.
That's what I thought. Yeah, what's the? You can go 115 or something. I think
110.
Yeah. Well, man, so you guys go on, 4-0 here in district play, and a lot to battle as we continue on throughout the season. Just talk a little bit about how you guys are playing right now, and really one thing too that Ty noticed, who helps me on the broadcast. It's just the culture and the camaraderie that you guys have in the dugout. I mean, that plays an important part of how you guys play. Highlight that a little bit, man.
Yeah, we are very close-knit guys. I mean, we grew up with each other for basically our entire lives. Got credit Jackson, Hathorne, Colin Conover, Daniel, and Max, because they really helped us stick together during tough times. But yeah, we're just very tight-knit. We want to play for each other. We love playing for each other in the first place, and I think it really showed tonight.
Well, finally, man, camera's right there on you. Who do you want to send a shout-out to tonight here from Cold Spring on a victorious 8-4 victory tonight, going 4-0 in district play?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to all my teachers in the Waverly for not failing me. Also, I want to shout out to my mother for not getting thrown out in the first inning. And also my godmother, Raven Justice, who came over from Sam Houston State tonight. She showed up late, but... Oh,
she's here tonight. Awesome, man. Well, yeah, well, good deal. She saw you through. Well, it was after you went behind there. She said, I got to go. I can't see that. Well, hey, congratulations, man. Proud of you. And you guys are doing great work. And, hey, we're going to do it again on Friday night. So good luck. And Thursday, that's right. Oh, that's cool. All right. Well, go Bulldogs, man.
Yes, sir. Go Bulldogs.
All right, there he is. Jace Card, our SHN Sports Bulldog player of the game. Thank you, Jace. Congratulations. He gets to wear the chain tonight. And he just mentioned Raven Justice. She's the women's basketball coach for Sam Houston, making the journey over here. A wonderful lady coming out here tonight. We'll make it quick, Coach. I know you guys are ready to get rolling. Congratulations, 4-0. Just talked to Jace, and man, what a way to battle through. He almost went the distance, well over 100 pitches tonight. Almost got to that pitch count, but maybe highlight him first, just how proud you were of his pitching tonight. Not a bad job, 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, no, he pitched great. He battled through some. We never play good at this field. So we showed it in the first inning. So I thought he battled through some early, some errors, and then we kind of settled down, and he settled down, and he pitched phenomenal. Like, he's in the zone. He gets ground balls. We make plays behind him later on in the game. So yeah, I'm super proud of how he pitched, and that's kind of how he's done all year. So that was the expectation, and he definitely delivered on that. So he did a great job.
We talk a lot about just the culture. I don't like to throw that word around. I say that a lot, but there is a really cool culture in that bullpen. It was funny because we had our crowd mic and we set it over there. One of the parents told Ty, "Are you sure you want to put that over here?" He's like, "I wouldn't do that." And then Ty took it away and he's like, "April Fool's is tomorrow, man. I was just giving you a hard time." We moved it back over here, by the way. But we wanted to capture that. We were still able to. There is a lot of energy in that dugout, and that feeds this team, Coach.
100%. They have so much fun with it, and it does. It whether it's a great play and they're up and cheering, it's the whole dugout, or whether it's somebody boots a ball, because it's baseball and it happens. And it's constant, and that is a huge contributor to how well we play, for sure.
One of the 2 losses, if I'm not mistaken, last year was to Cold Spring, and it was on this field. You mentioned earlier it's a tough place to play, but you guys get the 8-4 victory. Now you get to play them at home, I believe, on Thursday, getting ready, prepped up for Easter. Maybe just highlight one last thing. You guys go down 3-0 early, but you battle back through that. The game gets tied again, but again, you guys just keep finding ways to battle through tonight.
Yeah, that's just 100% our kids. Like, they never give up. We preach to them, baseball is a game of 7 innings. Anything can happen, and they buy into it. It's 100% them. Also has to do with, our schedule. We've been down in way more games than we've been up, and they just find a way just to battle, and they do a phenomenal job of it. So going down to 3-0 in the first inning may seem like a big deal to a lot of teams, but to us it's just, hey, we're just playing baseball. That inning's over, and we go 6 more, and they did a great job of it tonight.
Well, Coach, it felt good tonight to get a little extra baseball, if you will. This wasn't a quick one. You guys got to battle through. And one final question. We are 4 games into it. What so far this year is standing out, maybe compared to last year through these first 4 games so far in district play?
Yeah, I think just the way that they play the game, like you talked about, just a little bit of the culture and just the way we do things. We preach, play the game the right way, and they do the little things. And we're not perfect at it. We make mistakes, but we put pressure on the defense. We didn't do a lot of that last year, and it's not a discredit to this team, but, we had a lot of seniors graduate that could really hit the ball, and we don't have much of that this year, and they've really bought into we're just going to play base. This is our brand of baseball, and it may not be the same. We don't hit the same as last year, but we lay down bunts. We're hit and run. We're show bunt, steal, like all of that stuff, and they have really embraced it and had fun with it. And I think that's why we're having the success that we are in district.
Well, Coach, once again, congratulations, doing a heck of a job with these kids. It's Coach Aaron Compton, and these kids are doing awesome under his leadership. Thank you, Coach. He's got to get going. We've got to get going. We've got to pack down. I want to give a big shout out to Tate for helping tonight. Not Nate, but Tate, thank you again. And also Ty Stutler for operating behind the camera. We may not be able to get you that game on Thursday as we are leaving town for Easter either Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. And so more than likely we won't have that game on SHN. So what you can do is just come out in person. It's going to be at New Waverly Bulldog Baseball Park. So come out and be a part of that as New Waverly looks to go 5-0. And they want to take care of business at home versus this very tough Cold Spring team. Well, for all of our team, that'll wrap it up. I'm Rob Hipp reminding you tonight that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there tonight needs you. One final time, your score 8-4. New Waverly improves in district play to 3-0. And we'll have more as we continue on. Or actually 4-0. We'll have more as we continue on SHN. So make sure that you stay with us and go Bulldogs. See you guys. Good night and God bless from Cold Spring.